The first question you want to ask yourself when beginning a part is which feature to start with. As you saw in this example, I'm going to start by capturing most of the solid geometry in just one extrude feature. My first step is to select the feature I'd like to create, and because I've chosen to create an extrude, which is a sketch-based feature, I must first select a plane to sketch on. I'll select the front plane. Now that I'm in editing sketch mode, you can see that the sketch tools have become active in the command manager. On the front plane, I'll sketch the profile that I need and add dimensions. Three inches on the bottom, 2 inches, 1.5 inches, and 0.75 inches for the remaining side. Notice that all the sketch entities have changed from blue to black, and the status bar reports that the sketch is fully defined. I'll now exit the sketch, and the Boss Extrude Property Manager becomes available. I'll extrude the sketch to a depth of 5 inches. Using a blind end condition, click OK, and the feature is complete. Earlier I mentioned that there were two different methods that could be used to create this simple shape. A common approach that beginners often take would be to start with a block and then cut the corner off. There's a reason I don't take this approach. If I open a new file, create a block, and create a cut feature. You can see that even though I've just created the same basic shape, it took two features to accomplish, while it can be easily done with just one. Let's continue on with the second feature. This will be the through hole. I'll select the Extruded Cut command, and rather than select a plane, I'll select this face to sketch directly on it. I'll create this feature using the same basic steps as before. First, I'll sketch the profile of the hole and add dimensions. A 0.8-inch diameter, 0.75 inches from the long edge, 1 inch from the short edge, and the sketch is fully defined. I'll exit the sketch to set the feature parameters. Remember that this hole is meant to go all the way through the part. Right now, the blind depth is set to a depth that extends through the part, but what would happen if a design change caused the thickness to increase beyond the depth set here? The hole would no longer go all the way through the part. It is better to use a through-all end condition to ensure that the hole will always go through the model, no matter what the thickness. This allows you to incorporate design intent into a model. After the hole is created, the next step is to add the chamfer to the edge. Remember that the chamfer is an applied feature, so I don't need to create a sketch. I'll simply select the edge and select the chamfer icon from the pop-up toolbar. In the Property Manager, I'll set the distance to 0.2 inches and the angle to 45 degrees. I'll click the green check, and the chamfer is complete. I'll switch over to the completed part to see what features are left. Next, I need to create this cutout. Notice the rounded edge here. Once again, I'm at a crossroad and have to choose how to achieve this. I can either design the rounded edge into the sketch of the cut, or I can use a rectangular sketch and then round out the corner with a fillet. In this case, I'll use a fillet to create the rounded edge. I'll start a sketch on the top face and switch to a normal view orientation. Using the Rectangle Sketch tool, I can quickly create the rectangular sketch of the cut I need. Add dimensions of 3 inches and 0.75 inches. I'll extrude the cut 1/2 inch and click OK. I'll select the edge to fillet. Select the fillet feature from the pop-up toolbar and enter a radius of 0.5 inches. The preview looks good, so I'll click OK, and the fillet is complete.